I'm not sure if it's because of the clocks going back, and honestly, I didn't really know the clocks even went back. I knew the days are feeling longer nowadays and whatnot, but hey, you still get an extra hour of sleep and everything. But man, something about these clocks changing, I don't know. Or maybe it has to do with this show, okay? Because it's Monday Night Raw. And maybe the clocks either need to go forward or back on this show because I don't know sometime. I really don't. But this is the Monday Night Raw review, though. Hopefully, everybody out there had a very safe and happy Halloween. I'm going to be honest with you, not a single person came and got any candy. Not one person. And I put stuff outside. Trust me, I put like some stuff outside for Halloween. And yeah, because I just like Halloween and everything. But hey, given the circumstances and everything that's going on right now when it comes to this virus, I figured nobody was really coming. But hey, I still put out Halloween stuff because I like Halloween. But I probably would have expected maybe one person or two to actually get candy. Then again, I didn't really buy a lot of bags, anyways, just given what was going on and whatnot. So it's not like I was just gonna throw my money at it. But hey, I got some Kit Kat bars. I'll say that. But yeah, man, not a single soul came and got any candy. I will say this: if it wasn't for that virus, I probably would have went out and did something on Halloween, and it was on Saturday. But hey, man, looking at right now, sometimes you just gotta take an L. Sometime, just gonna have to accept it. Gotta take that L. But moving on, no, like I said, hopefully y'all had a safe one out there. But Monday Night Raw, folks. What do we have for Monday Night Raw? After recapping everything on last week's show, we kicked off the show with Randy Orton as the announcer said he's got a big target on his back right now and talking about how he's become champion, that he's become the best, that he's better than Edge, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, John Cena, Ric Flair, everyone, even and especially Drew McIntyre. He says that he is now the best around here. He is the WWE champion. And now he's proven to everyone in the back that he is better than him now. And that, everybody wants to say that he's been handed everything. But the reason why he's in this position because he is the best. And that he is no longer the legend killer. He is simply a legend now. And he says that with this title comes great responsibility and a bullseye on his back. And he dare anybody to come out and take this title away from him. He doesn't care if it's Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, or The Fiend. Come on and get it. Next thing you know, Alexa Bliss came out, who stood in the middle of the ring as Orton kept saying, "Where is he, huh? Where is he?" And she says, where's who? And Bliss basically had gloves on that said one for play and one for pain, but she held the pain one up and basically saying he could be here. Next thing you know, the lights start going off. Orton says, where is he? Come on, let's do this thing right now. Bliss was gone, which I think she just hid under the ring. And next thing you know, Drew came out of nowhere with a Claymore kick, and he says he's going to give Orton's life a living hell until he gets that rematch. But as Drew left in, next thing you know, Miz Morrison came out. Miz was going to cash in the Money in the Bank, but Drew came back and stopped both Miz and Morrison, pretty much throwing them outside the ring, making sure they did not cash in on Orton. Basically says, I'm going to take that WWE Championship away from him, not you. So, yeah, for a minute, I figured they weren't going to cash it in. And I don't think it's going to be one of those things. Proof to himself and everything. And with his album out right now and his soundtrack going off the charts, he was getting basically singing the song Amen till Jeff Hardy came out. Basically, right here, we got Vince Russo booking, and as Vince Russo booking at its finest because it is a pole match. What type of pole match is this? A guitar on a pole match. All I can really hear in my mind now is bro, 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 bro. Bro, I swear to God, bro. WCW, you know, that's Russo booking. So yeah, we got our Vince Russo booking of the night here, folks. So I tell Cornette that. on a pole match. But listen, it's not much I can say from this match. It's probably maybe a blow off for all I know. Jeff Hardy ended up just hitting the guitar over the back of Elias's head when he jumped off the top rope after he did a twist of fate and won the match. So it's nothing I can really say about this. Okay, so Jeff Hardy won. Hopefully this is the end of it. They move on to something else. Next, Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax faced Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke for the women's tag titles. Why not? It's not like any other teams on here anyways. And as my friend Kyle said, what? Didn't they just become a team? What, 2 matches and they already get a title shot? Makes no sense. And Lana came out watching, which I didn't even know what was going on in this match. I just know Lana kept getting involved. I actually got lost watching this because, I don't know, it was so bad that I couldn't even figure out what was going on in this match at several points. And I'm like, what is going on here? I just know Baszler won after Lana kept messing with her. And Baszler got the clutch onto, I think it was on Dana Brooke. So, obviously, Jax and Baszler were going to retain the tag titles and whatnot. So, it's not much I can say from there. Nia Jax was pissed off. She was tired of Lana. And she's going to challenge her tonight to a match. Next, Randy Orton basically was being interviewed again, saying that, hunters can become the hunted, but, you're still going to have that RKO thing then. Next, oh boy, R-Truth came out, gets to face Bobby Lashley, questioning why would he accept this match, and he said he's going to, and called him, his favorite water boy, Bobby Boucher, or Bouncer and whatnot. Bobby Boucher, sorry, but, yeah, basically Lashley killed him in under a minute, okay? And then next Gabba Gulak himself had to find a way to get that 24/7 title. Lashley beat him up too, and then next thing you know, he threw Gulak on top of Truth, and Gulak became the champion. So, hey, that's 24/7 title for you. Next thing you know, Lucha House Party heard about the whole title change. They were going to go for the belt, but they ran to AJ Styles' giant bodyguard and whatnot. And AJ said, we got a problem here. Lucha House Party ended up leaving then. Next thing you know, wow, what else? I already talked about the Jax interview saying she's going to end Lana's career, which, no, I shouldn't say that's no pun intended. Nia Jax could honestly end her career when you think about it. She's hurt several other people in the past. So it wouldn't be really surprising. But yeah, end Lana's career and whatnot. It's a long joke that comes with that in people's career. But basically right after AJ Styles came out with the giant bodyguard Jordan right there. I forget his last name. Basically, AJ Styles went on to say, I'm the team captain of Monday Night Raw, so everybody needs to fall in line and listen to the captain. Basically, telling all his teammates to come out because he is going to be leading the charge to make sure that he is the victory, will be the victory at Monday Night Raw, for Monday Night Raw and whatnot. Sheamus and Keith Lee came out then. Basically, Lee saying that, listen, I don't think you're the leader and everything, okay? We're on the same team, but who died and made you the leader and whatnot? And I guess he wasn't going to go for that. AJ, basically saying he's doing this for Raw and everything, basically he's going to lead it into something big. Even Sheamus said, I'm not taking orders from you, but at the same time, told Keith Lee only been here for a minute and whatnot. Braun Strowman came out saying that, I've been on the Raw team before and whatnot, but Lee says, listen, we all qualified, so you need to do the same. Strowman says that's what he's doing, basically talking about all his accomplishments in Survivor Series and whatnot. And saying, I beat you clean on Raw. Strowman said he should be the captain and whatnot. And Pierce came out saying, no, you can't just come out. You have to earn your shot and everything. But Lee says, no. You say you beat me clean? Okay, what in the bluest of blue hell are you talking about? And Sheamus, since he's a senior member of the team, He says, like, I should be the leader and everybody must stand behind me. And he's going to face Strowman. But AJ says, how about this triple threat match? Strowman, Lee, and Sheamus, who, if Strowman can win, he will be part of the team. So basically, Strowman has to fight both of these guys to see who's going to be on the team. Then again, you could have, I don't know, wouldn't you kind of need Strowman on the team, basically, because he's a giant, and looking at his accomplishments and being in a Survivor Series matches, the guy was nearly one of the sole survivors at one point, I think 2 years in a row, I believe. So, in a way, wouldn't you need him on the team in general? And basically, Adam Pearce approved the match. And basically, we got a Battle of the Giants right here, which I actually thought this was a really good match and maybe the best out of the entire night. I actually thought this was really good. I'm sure we all figured Strowman was going to win, but I knew he wasn't going to end up pinning Keith Lee again, because Keith Lee was going to go for the Spirit Bomb onto Strowman, but Sheamus came in with a bro kick then. He tried to get Keith Lee, but Strowman got with a power slam and won. But this was actually a good match. I will say Keith Lee needs to be careful doing dives to the outside of the ring, because that guy hit his head first doing, his big dive. He does, and his head just hit the freaking apron, and even I kind of cringed a little watching it. That, like, oof, that was a tough landing there, so that was pretty tough to watch. Next thing you know, AJ celebrated, tried to celebrate with him, but they all started arguing then. Strowman said, AJ says shake hands. Strowman was going to shake his hand, but Sheamus hugged him then, and then next thing you know, he kicked him out of the ring. Lee knocked Sheamus outside, and then AJ ended up drop kicking Keith Lee outside of the ring then. So, yeah, man, the whole, which you got a lot of giants on this team, but they're still arguing with each other and whatnot, and they still need a fifth member. I don't know why they just couldn't throw Strowman against anybody else and do this match to get in the team. Couldn't he just threw anybody at him and he could have just joined? That would have probably been an easier idea. Garza had a role talking about somebody that, this one goes to you, telling this person's irresistible, which I told you before, it's most likely going to be Nia Jax. Basically, it's Eddie in China 2.0. That's what I see coming. So, boom, there you go. Next thing you know, Drew McIntyre was talking about what he's going to do tonight, especially in this challenge that Miz and Morrison put out. He's going to accept it. FireFly Funhouse time. Wyatt basically talked about, three most important words in sports entertainment. They thought it was pig, but no, it's RKO. And basically, what was it, Abby the Witch saying that Orton could go F himself, which they blocked out, and they had to put it into the swear jar then. And was Abby the Witch told Bliss to go fuck herself also. Wyatt then basically talked about Orton. One was, I guess, destroying Sister Abigail, and the cool, which I still didn't think was like an album cover, but the time when Orton burned down his shed and whatnot, or Sister Abigail, if we remember that from a few years ago. Basically, Wyatt wants payback on that, and he never forgets. Bliss said she wanted to show a trick. Basically, Wyatt put the glove on her head. I think it was the heel one. And then next thing you know, she stuck her tongue out, and it went even longer. As Wyatt said, oh shit. And it went to, commercial then. The FireFly Funhouse, I will say, was a little bit more creepier this time. But do I really want to see another Orton and Wyatt match? Not really. I definitely don't want to see another cinematic match from these guys after what happened in that House of Horrors match. And I was kind of sick of the feud after a while anyways, of who killed Sister Abigail and who not. I know my friend Steven says you'd have to squash her, which is, honestly, come on, you're not going to squash Randy Orton. That's not happening. He's the WWE champion. But I just don't want to see a match in general, because I think maybe because I was so sick of the feud last time, I just don't want to see it again. So it's probably going to happen. I still think it's going to be a triple threat when Drew's going to be in it one way or another also. So I think in the future it will be a triple threat match, okay? Nia Jax came out. Lana went against Lana, which, of course, Jax toyed with Lana several times and just beat her up throughout the entire match. And of course, after Nia Jax won, you knew it was going to be, folks. 7 times she has went through the table, folks. That is 7. So we are on a lucky 7, everybody. Lucky 7. Man, she keeps this rate up, she will tie Undertaker's WrestleMania streak for all we know. So that's the lucky number today, folks. 7. Lana's gone through a table. Woo! Good God. It's hilarious. Next, Truth was walking hurt with his neck brace. He ran to the Hurt Business. I guess he was looking for his water bottle. MVP says, "Oh, we got the water bottle for you," but he ended up running off then. As the Hurt Business came out for the VIP lounge, then basically talked about Survivor Series coming up. And, Bobby Lashley's going to take out Sami Zayn. That, we took care of that retribution problem for WWE. So we want our payment and we want those Raw tag titles. I'm glad the Hurt Business going for at least some more gold and whatnot. So I figured they'd be going to tag titles later. New Day came out then. Talking about, we talk about your matches and everything. Wood stayed up to watch his matches back then. And then, Kofi talked about everybody, what they've done. And, WWE, except, Cedric saying that, well, we don't know what you really done yet, but hopefully be something someday. And basically, Kingston talked about all the titles he's won, the Intercontinental and Tag Team US and the WWE Champion. He has the most titles won out of everybody in that ring. And, he said last year he ain't even won it. And, MVP, it was a historic win. And talk about, lost that title, that 8-second match. That's how many seconds, Lashley stays with Lana if he can last. But MVP says, y'all about jokes. We all about worldwide conglomerate. And we out taking folks out, okay? So, next thing you know, New Day said that they are another failed internet startup in 2020 who tried to start a business here. So basically it led to a match, which the promo wasn't as bad in a way. Some of the jokes were good, but it wasn't that bad though. Basically we got Woods and Kofi versus Shelton and Cedric. Very good match. I almost like for the tag titles right here, but at least now they put the Hurt Business in, more of a tag team going for the belts, even getting a win over the New Day after hitting the Neuralizer and the pay dirt onto Woods then. So good. I think they're still going to win the tag title soon, so I think the Hurt Business will be getting the title, so watch out for that. I expect that to happen. Nikki Cross was talking to Alexa Bliss in the back, which Alexa Bliss just stood, her back faced, and we never saw her face as Cross talked about their friendship and everything. But then she turned around. Next thing you know, Bliss turned around and had, contacts in her eyes. But, try to make it look creepy. Alexa Bliss getting a lot of more TV time with a lot of these creepy moments tonight. First the tongue thing, now the eye thing. What's next? Ricochet went against Tucker, which Tucker looked like a freaking jobber out here. Tucker got the jobber's entrance, and I'm sitting there wondering, wait a minute, this guy just turned on Otis, right? So why is he dressed like a jobber and losing to Ricochet? And then throughout the match, Hurt Business came out. Not Hurt Business, Retribution. Basically, they beat up Ricochet and Tucker, and then beat up Ricochet again. I don't know where this is going. I honestly don't. Maybe they're trying to rebuild Retribution. I don't know what they're trying to do with Retribution, because they honestly feel more dead once the Hurt Business said they took them out. But actually, they're back again tonight. So, I don't know, but they really need something, or just kill the whole group, okay? Drew was walking until he saw Sheamus. We all know, I think some people may know that Drew and Sheamus are really good friends. And, Sheamus offered to be the 5th man on Raw, but next, Drew said, listen, I got to focus on trying to get the WWE Championship back. Sheamus says, he understood, but listen, man, if you change your mind, just come along and join. So, them acknowledging Sheamus and Drew's friends, since they've been friends for over 15 years. I didn't really find out, so I saw a little 24 thing on Drew McIntyre on the network. Somewhat makes sense in a way. I figured they were going to have an interaction sooner or later. I don't know where it's going to lead to, but it could lead into a feud for all I know, okay? But in the main event, we did get Drew McIntyre versus Miz and Morrison. Not a match I really wanted to see that long, honestly, but it does give Drew McIntyre a win, of course. I think that's the main part of all of this. Drew ended up getting a Claymore kick onto Miz and winning. Of course, they make the Money in the Bank winner look bad here, but Drew, I guess, still being protected, still giving him wins and whatnot. So good on him. But next thing you know, Orton came out and RKO'd him. But as soon as he held that title up, Wyatt's music started playing. It had that laughing thing and let me in. As Orton looked nervous after that. Honestly, Raw was honestly not that good. Okay, it's not much I can really say from this. Other than maybe the Drew and Orton stuff or whatnot. And a little bit of the Fiend here and too or whatnot. But everything else, I don't know. Hurt Business, I don't mind. Retribution's dead. Lana, I don't care about unless she goes through a table, which I find hilarious. A lot of this mostly bad stuff on this show tonight. What can I say? All right, what can I really say? about this show. It's not really good. It's bad, okay? It's really bad. So I can't really say Monday Night Raw was even that good in general. Just had some a little part of it, but maybe just the parts. If I like it, I like it, but I don't know. Somewhat of a wild goose chase again, if you ask me. That's what it felt like, a wild goose chase. But yeah, we'll see what happens when Survivor Series comes up, hopefully soon. But I like that triple threat match tonight, but that was mostly the other thing I did like, maybe because the three giants kicking the crap out of each other. It actually didn't look that bad, but it's fighting to get Strowman to make sure he doesn't join the team. So there you go, okay? But yeah, that's my Monday Night Raw review. It's not much I can really say after that unless you have a comment on that. I will say one other thing before I go. I know I don't really say this a lot, but make sure you go out there and vote tomorrow. I'm not going to say who you should vote for and whatnot. Just go out there and, vote and whether you want to or not. Hey, I'm just saying. That's my whole thing about it. So if you did early voting, good on you. Or if you're voting tomorrow, hey, still good on the same thing. You vote, okay? But I just wanted to say that before I go. But other than that, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at Hoodie9090. Tell me what you think about Monday Night Raw tonight. Did you like this show? Did you hate this show? Do you think this show just sucked? Which I'm sure everybody's going to say that. So yeah, that's all I can really say when it comes to Monday Night Raw. So other than that, I'm out. Peace and done.